At Hughes Integrated, we're an agency that runs on EOS. And it's a fantastic framework and process for running our company. But a lot of businesses that run on EOS still struggle to execute their marketing. See, the marketing strategy that's on your VTO, it's an essential starting point, but it isn't actually a full marketing plan. Certainly, you've got your target market that you could be able to build a list for. It helps you to focus on who to reach. The 3 uniques, these are the things that make you stand out and unique from your competition. Proven process helps you visualize the process of working with you. It helps our clients see how they would engage. And of course, the guarantee is about risk mitigation. Powerful vision components, certainly, but it does not tell you how to actually market to that audience. And that's where we see most companies that run on EOS get stuck with their marketing. So here are 3 key areas that we see companies running on EOS really struggle when it comes to marketing and what you can do about it to fix that. The first is they make their message all about themselves. Now, this is a temptation for anybody, honestly, because we become a subject matter expert of the things that matter to us, right? The only problem is the same thing is true for your ideal prospect. Your ideal clients are thinking in terms of their self, their story. Many businesses compete with that attention by trying to convince them of their story. So if you will simply make the client the center of your story, what is it that they want? What are the problems that they face? Then positioning your 3 uniques matters even more. See, a lot of EOS-run companies may lead out with their 3 uniques, but if you start first by talking about the problems that your 3 uniques solve, I think you'll find your clients and prospects will start listening even more. And the second reason that folks running on EOS struggle in marketing is that they don't have a clear process systematically in place to reach their ideal audience. As we talked about, the VTO helps you to clarify who you're trying to attract, but it doesn't give specificity to how you're going to actually execute on that. So you got to be thinking with your target audience, of course, build the list, know who they are, but then number 2 is where are they gathering together? Where do they go to for educational information? How do you position yourself with resources, tools, training, to help give you visibility and position yourself as an educational authority on the subject that they're researching. So a good case for this could be web events, industry seminars and events and conferences that you could guest teach at. Maybe it's through search engine optimization and articles that you could write, educational resources that you could publish in social media platforms or in private pages and groups. There's a lot of different tactics. Ultimately, it's determined based on who you're trying to reach and the audience you're trying to get visibility with. One idea to consider as you're trying to reach systematically and intentionally more of your ideal audience is to brainstorm a list of 52 questions that your ideal prospect might Google search. Like literally grab a pen and paper, brainstorm a list of 52 questions your ideal prospect might search for. And then my encouragement to you is to simply write or record content answering those questions. Now, why did I say 52? 52 weeks in a year. So all of a sudden you've built yourself an annual content strategy, a nurture campaign. And let's say you publish these as videos or social media posts and you see 10 of them really taking off. Well, 10 out of that 52, now you know which ones are the hot button topics to maybe put some ad spend behind to help to promote. See, there's a lot that can happen when you've got the data to use it, and it all starts with educating your audience. So 52 questions, it's a goldmine tactic. I encourage you to use it. And the third reason that companies running on EOS struggle when it comes to marketing is that they haven't yet converted their marketing activities into a true process. Now, by that, I do acknowledge that an EOS-run company has a process for everything, which is wonderful. Yet oftentimes we find that when it comes to marketing, it's still not as proactive as it should be and often very reactive. So think back to the getting what you want activity. If you want new qualified leads to be generated, take a step back and ask, well, what are the key leading activities that would lead to a lead being generated, that would grow us to that point? Maybe it's new content to be published on a weekly basis or social media posts to be out. Maybe it's an intentional keyword strategy or AEO, answer engine optimization strategy of producing new content. Those are the activity-based numbers that need to be on a weekly scorecard that you're focusing on as an intentional and systematic drumbeat. Over time, Activity there leads to new website engagement, which ultimately leads to people converting. But it's that early activity-based number that is part of the process that you really need to be focused in on if you want to win results. So remember, the marketing strategy on your VTO does a great job of identifying who to reach and what will be that unique value proposition, but you need to position that in messaging as a solution to the problems your ideal prospects face. Then build that relationship with them slowly, educationally over time, that ultimately builds their trust to mitigate the risk of them connecting with you, and then make sure that you're focused on the weekly activity numbers on your scorecard that are the contributing factors that lead to those outcomes. Do those three things and ultimately see your business gain health and new opportunities in the year ahead. Want more content like this? Subscribe to our channel and we'll see you in the next video.